So yeah guys, here it is, the new Countryman. To be honest, it looks deceptively smaller than it actually is, because when I was looking at them online from the images, I thought it'd be a lot bigger. I don't think it's that much bigger than the other ones, but it does, you can feel the heft this time, just how it's a bit more squared and rounded off than the last models. Sadly I can't jump into the car because they're all locked. There's a lot of cool little design features that I like, where you got the nameplate here. So you got the ALL4 one, obviously that's like a mountain. Go into the credentials, and there's like little tidbits here, and the arch line trim. You got these little lines. These are quite big wheels, to be fair. These are 20-inch wheels, so credibility there, possibly of going off road. Yeah, the rear lights, that's a cool feature as well, where that when you're fully braking, that becomes a solid line, but then when you turn the car on, you get the Union Jack side. So I guess, and then Mini said in their press release as well, these are customizable, so you can have different formats. Obviously, for road legal reasons, it's formatted, obviously, because it has to comply with certain laws. Obviously, in the lower bottom, you have to have the legally obliged reflectors. I know this is a bit of an unusual one. I've got all this weird orange lining everywhere, but no, it's cool. You do feel the squariness from the back of the Mini, directly from the back, because the way it sort of arches up, like it goes like that, the windows and everything. The stance is very squared instead of rounded. Underneath the car, it's fully flat. There's a few touches. The integrated spoiler, it's a bit more flushing, obviously, for aero as well, so you can sort of see it come in and go out, kind of like. Then there is a fair heft of a wing as well. If I do my hand like that, you can see how much more the spoiler is there when it comes out. That's for aero reasons, and it sort of comes out, it flicks out as well on the winding rings for aerodynamics. But the biggest thing as well is the interior is leaps and bounds. The way the Harman card is integrated into the car as well. So you got those little side pillars here on the window, like and the models. There's the big speakers in the center bit as well. And then where you see the central screen as well, there's projectors in there, which then project the different lights to the different modes. And Mini is really pushing the screen as well, because it's OLED, it's a full circle. No other brands ever had a full circle. So again, it's a unique selling point. The steering wheel, the buttons, for all the buttons that you do need, they're actually physical buttons, which is annoying on certain car brands, because you got to go into a menu when you're driving. Sometimes you just want a button, and then sort of the drive mode. There's like little switches, so go to reverse, park, and engage, in different sport mode and stuff like that. That's done in that little blocks of screens at the bottom as well. The seats, they're kind of got uniform across the board now. They're kind of all one things. Obviously, sadly, I didn't get to really sit in them, have an explore. Like the car now, they're all locked up and away, and it's kind of potluck if you get to see one. And there seems to be cameras everywhere in the car. You got some in the corner, you have some on the side arches, so I guess you can have the full 360 view. Pano roof is an option on the cars as well. I think there's going to be some level of autonomy as well, just the level of screens inside the dash, allow you to see. Obviously the windscreen washers as well, they're now integrated into the sort of the mesh grille here, and the wipers tend to stick out. So, but the look in person is a lot more better. It's kind of weird how the J1's headlights are bigger than the Countryman's ones. These seem to be a smaller unit, and then when you do start up the car, there's a pattern sequence. So it goes up, then it goes up one, it goes up one, and it makes a full circle. So that's kind of cool when you're unlocking the car. Vice versa, when you unlock the car as well, the Mini logo projects onto the ground as well. But no, it's cooler. There's a lot of radar stuff going on here as well. Again, there's another camera here as well for parking and everything, gas sensors just in general. But the brand has moved leaps and bounds with this new Countryman. There's a lot going on, and there's more details to be told as we sort of progress into these new generations of Mini. Obviously at the back they're gone with electric models, both in the hatch and the Countryman. They're leading the way, but obviously the base price is now an expensive car as well, so 40 grand upwards. So there's a lot of money to take in there when you're buying this, but again, the range is there now. and obviously this is then built on the BMW X1 platform, so there's going to be part sharing there. But again, I feel like car looks have now sort of gone the opposite way. It's very much more about the interior, and that interior sort of, I don't know if you can see in the way the I guess when you spec in the seats, that then changes the tiles that are on the doors, and the door handle is this big lock mechanism now opposed to like a normal door latch. And you can see, just sort of see here in the window where the little knurlings to move around the socket. It is, again, it's the level of quality is significantly up, and the whole fabric, I don't know how that's going to age over time with discoloration and everything, but that feel just adds a bit of premium. I know Mini as a brand, they've moved totally away from leather and they've gone down the vegan route, vegan leather route. But again, it's sort of that thing in it. How do you differentiate yourself from your competitors? So I'm glad that Mini they've stepped away from this and they've gone for a full refresh. Again, I'm still apprehensive about the looks and everything. I'm surprised that this Countryman rides on 20-inch wheels, which is quite a big thing. The JCW models, by the sounds of it, look so far, they're going to get the internal combustion engine, i.e. the ICE models, and a lot of the first push is going to be electric for a while. So interesting seeing the JCW model. I know they've been sneaking around online, but it's cool. I'm going to try it. Nope, they're all locked. So no, it's not as big as you think it is. I feel like, and if anything, the roof line itself is kind of better in that sense, where it tapers now, opposed to sort of being a flat top, and it comes in. We're not sure whether or not, again, this will change in models. So you've got a lesser model, you haven't got the all four-wheel drive, but it is played, or this will be an option to sort of change it around to what you want. There is sort of lane assist software here, so a blind monitor with the little triangle thing here. So there's a lot going on, and it's a step in the right direction more than anything. I did look underneath the car as well. It's fully flat. Colours are nice from the launch colours as well, which is nice to have as well. Again, it's just gonna be the price points now of whether you can afford one and have the Mini brand that is. And obviously the proof in the pudding is, I guess, the drivability as well. Is it still a Mini? Does it feel like a Mini when you're driving it? As we are gone sort of towards the EV push, but Spike is being pushed as well, and that OLED screen as well. So you've got the mascot, he's everywhere now. There's one literally on the roof. They've got customized one, that yellow one over there. There's a blue one here. There's another one there. And so having Spike, and there's actually inboard cameras as well. So where the rear view mirror is above you, where the dome lighting is for the interior lights, there's a camera there as well. I guess that would probably do with either driver fatigue or stuff like that, or it's going to go literally going back to the fact that where Spike is actually interactive with you, you can sort of stay stuff, be aware of stuff in the moment. Obviously there's different sensors as well, obviously, because there's the bonnet scoops are all gone now, and I guess this is a big sensor piece here as well for cruise control, radar, what level of autonomy these get as well later on down. And that's because the central unit is an Android unit now, so it has over-the-air updates, various changes. So it's going to be interesting how this, as the Mini brand evolves, and throughout the updates as well of this new model. So obviously the Countryman is only going into its this is its second generation more than anything. So there's a lot more proof. There's a lot bigger of a, third generation. Sorry, it's going through its leaps and bounds. In that sense, they could have done it. He's made it easier for them, because they're using this on the BMW platform now with the X1. Again, it doesn't feel that much bigger. It feels a bit wider and a tiny bit longer, but not significantly. Think, oh, it's a way bigger car. It's just that the images that did go out and the spy shots that did come out, it felt a lot bigger than it actually was. It felt like a Range Rover. But now, seeing it in person, I'm not the world's tallest person either, so I sort of come up to my head height. I'm 5'7". It's about similar size to me height wise. It'd be interesting to see the drive modes and get to drive it and see what it is. But let me know in the comments what you think and whether you like the model. You're going to get one. Nice to hear everyone else's feedback. So guys, we're inside the new Mini Countryman. Everything just sort of flows and works. It's just amazing. Then the sort of you got the feel of like Napa leather. I've got my artistic steering wheel retrimmed in Napa leather, and it feels exactly like this. But Mini being a forward-thinking brand, this is not actually real leather. This is vegan leather. This fabric, it kind of looks how it feels. There's a texture to it. I love these sort of this burnished, coloured sort of angle to the vents. That's like a kind of like a joystick. You got the different. Obviously, it's an automatic, so you got your park button, your reverse, neutral, your parking sensors. It has a button switch down there. Your heated and fronted seats, and obviously now it's just a little weird little key that you turn, start and turn on. Experiences, I guess that's going to be a different driving modes. So we got timeless, we got personal, we got balance, trail, vivid, green, core, and go-kart. I guess when you want to have maximum fun. And obviously here you got some of the fan controls are here as well. You got the radio, you got your nav. It's great. It looks kind of 3D. You kind of got all the topical certain points. I guess that will take you different places. You got your phone calls, your heated vented seats. I guess that's. Oh, they're still giving you a radio knob, which is great. And I hate head units that don't do that. We'll have a quick look in the glove box. It's quite low, the glove box, but it's there. Yeah, I guess it's cooler than vented again, as per normal minis. You've actually got a wireless charging pad down here as well, and then you've got a little cubby box down here as well. And that can that'll be interchangeable as an option. Two more cup holders. The armrest slides back and forth. Obviously, more importantly as well, as we move towards USB-C, you've got your two USBs, so your two fast charging points. You've still got your 12 volt if you still need that. I guess the more important things, these seats, they're really nice. I sat in them and they're so comfortable. I didn't think the bolstering would be enough. I guess, again, we're not driving the cars at the moment, but they do keep you in place. It's nice and snug. Even down here where your thigh support is, everything's all good. The seats are power moving as well now. As you can see, I'm moving kind of back and forth. Same with the backrests, and obviously the sunroof as well. So if we kind of look up now, so still not sure about what the camera is on board. You got your desk lights, and then okay, does that slide back and forth then? I think that's powered then. Nope. Yeah, so that's power. It's probably turned off. It's probably not. Needs to be turned on. You got your Jesus handles still as well, but no, it's a lot. And obviously, out there as well, you've got your heads-up display. It's not projecting in the glass. Maybe that's an LCI update later on down the line. But yeah, on the interior trim here, you got, depending, I guess, what spec color seats you got. You got the two color stitching there. You got the brown going into this blue. I guess we call it aqua blue. And then, like I said to you, the door handles are quite a big, hefty thing now. Well, it's nearly as big as my fist. You got the Harman Kardon, another speaker lever up there as well, and the normal standard speakers here around the car as well. But it's all quite cool. And obviously, yeah, this has gone. That's kind of gone bezel. There's no bezel now, so it's just all glass. Weirdly, it's weird kind of seeing gloss black trim again, and they've put it up there as well. But no, there's a lot going on. Some visors, a lot of light there as well. It's all kind of good. All well. Yeah, guys, that kind of covers the interior of the new Mini Countryman. It's nice to sit down. The seats are really comfortable. Ironically, I've never got to sit in the new Mini. I guess they're probably not letting us sit in it because the seats are white and people marking all that, but this is it's really comfortable. I enjoy the seats. That's a major point for me as well when I sit in the car, the seats and how they sort of they bolster you. It's about that experience as well when you're sitting in the car. You're going to spend yourself. I've always upgraded my seats as well in any car I've ordered, so I've either got the sports seats or the racing seats. You reckon that button is the personalization button then?
The star one, yeah, probably.
Yeah, and then we've got the music, phone. I guess your standard. It doesn't. If you haven't got that voice, the audio controls. You sort of sat nav, the different. There's your mode button as well. sat nav, cruise controls are sort of the lighting and setting that cruise control. On the other side over there, all the main controls there for windows, locking, rears, stopping that, and moving back and forth. But now that guys kind of covers everything. Oh, another thing to note as well, the rear boot, that's power folding as well. You can press it open and close it, so that's quite good. Right guys, so I did sort of say the tailgate is power folding now, so it goes up and down. You can close it up there. You got press this button here. Oops, sorry. And the tow hook comes out. I guess that's a nice European option, and you can press that button again and it sort of goes away. Significant more storage space. You got a little cubby hole here. There is another 12-volt socket here as well. The standard mini vents are here again underneath. This is another great one. You can just kind of lock that in place if you let go. So that's now locked in place. So that's storage. I guess with the batteries and everything, there's less space. So you put your charger wires here. It's all very much feels like I've been using something. Just click that down, back down again. Seats like standard, like normal seat. You can get 3 abreast. There's enough space there for that. Partial shelf, leather and everything else. Everything is nice. Yeah, plenty of boot space. And yeah, we'll just close the boot down. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm gonna go and unlock the car in it. So yeah, power folding down. We're gonna quickly look at the back seats. So yeah, you got the Harman Kardon continues with the speakers. Smaller, slightly smaller door handle. You got 2 USB-C ports in the back as well with the vents. It's carried on with the headrest. You have got a center divide here as well. So that's all that. I guess to be the accessories as well on the Mini, where you put the coat hanger for your seat, a little pouch there behind the seats as well. Vent down there. Obviously, like with any sort of family car, ISO fixer here. You have continued the red and the blue here. There's another seat belt up here on that side of things. The Mini logo is actually bossed onto the rear of the Porsche itself as well. These got there's a little dent, so I guess you can kind of put stuff there as well. So then yeah, you got the center armrest here. That's got two cubby holes for drink holders down here, so you're all good on that part when you again using it as a family car. Yeah guys, that kind of covers everything on the Mini Countryman. It's well spec'd, it's nice. They've nailed it. I know I've said that enough time in these videos, but Mini have done good on the Countryman. But as always guys, it's always a Mini adventure.